If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Coach Andrew Zhao joined us from Sylacauga High School as the Aggies get set to travel to Tallahassee tomorrow night. And Coach, good morning. It's been another long week, hasn't it, sir?
Good morning. It's been another long week, so hopefully we're ready.
And you know, we talked about this last week. This season, I don't know how many more descriptions you can give it of being so different and odd. You play a week, you're off a week, and hopefully you're going to play another week.
Yeah. So it's been on and off, but, you know, it's 2020. I think we just that's what it is about. It's about adjustments, and we need to continue to make those whenever they come about. And I think the good teams do that, and we're no different than trying to be a good team, so we have to make those adjustments.
Were there any discussions with this hurricane lingering off the Gulf Coast, and were there any discussions about, with Tallahassee, it's their home game, of adjusting the schedule or time on that at all?
Well, we called them, and we were looking at it Monday, possibly adjusting our schedule, but you know, I think the biggest thing we need to understand is that, you know, we can't control that either. So we were looking at moving it to Thursday, but no, we decided we'll go ahead and play tomorrow, and they did, and because it's their homecoming, so we'll go play it. Doesn't matter where or when. If we get a chance to play the game of football, we're going to do that.
Seemed like you catch them homecoming games.
We do. We've been. that's good. I mean, and hopefully they're a little bit distracted, because, you know, homecoming for us is always a distraction for me. But no, I think that hopefully we'll catch them that way as well.
Tallahassee, last few. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm keep playing Tallahassee. Beauregard is a team that had a solid program for years. They've been down a couple of years, but boy, that's a tough place to play, and a good program there.
It is. I've coached over there, coached against them a few times, and it's been tough. I say once, but no, it's been tough to go there. Their field has a nice crown to it. According to how the weather is, could be muddy. So, and they had some great talent over the years over there. So it's going to be a challenge for us just to go in there and play, and I'm pretty sure their crowd will be into it. And they have some guys up front that has some size, so it's going to be a physical game up front for sure.
And it's a region game, very, very important time of the year for the Aggies.
Yeah, it is. And now this is a stretch where we have to finish. We went through the beginning of our schedule, it was a little gauntlet, but we got through that. We came out 5-1. So now this last stretch will let us know if, hey, can we host a playoff game? But we have to win them. And this is the first of those last three region games, or two region games, or two after this one. But those region games are very important to possibly host.
Preparation for the game with Beauregard, you've had plenty of time to prepare for this one.
Yeah, we have. But, you know, at the same time, we were preparing for Elmore County for a little bit there, and then all of a sudden you have to switch gears and go Beauregard. Yeah, we have had our time. We've put in good work. Yesterday, from a coaching standpoint, we didn't have the best practice, but I look forward to our juniors and seniors really taking the bull by the horns and really taking this team to the next level, because I challenged them yesterday that this is your opportunity. This is your moment in time of being a high school football player at Sylacauga High School, and leave your mark. And what will you say? What will your legacy be at Sylacauga High School? Because you'll talk about this years from now. So let's do right every day. Come with energy. Come with a purpose, and get better every day.
What kind of particular problems do the Hornets team present to Sylacauga?
I mean, they have the athletes, and the fact that their record doesn't show it, that's a scare, because once you hit the field, records go out the window. So our guys have to understand that no matter what their record shows, they're capable. Anytime you put athletes on the field, they're very capable of beating you. So we have to go in and play at a standard, like I've always said, but play at that standard and go out with a purpose, and know that you're not just playing for this moment, you're playing for something bigger, and hopefully our guys understand that.
Common opponents this year.
Common opponents, man, I really don't even look at common opponents, because I've seen teams that we play well against, and or seen teams that we've gotten beaten by teams we've beaten, and they beat us. So I really don't look at like that as much. So I couldn't really tell you what the feel, because once again, it's scheme versus scheme, or it's talent versus talent, and sometimes it changes.
The Aggies at a point in their season where they can really make some inroads and possibly host a first-round playoff game, and every game is important. You've been one to take it one game at a time, but you understand, and your players do, I'm sure, the opportunity that the moment presents tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for us, and it's one game at a time. And a lot of times people say that's cliche or that's coaching talk, but it definitely is, because if you look past an opponent, you would definitely have someone jump up and bite you. So our players understand it at times. I think that once again, they're 16, 17-year-old boys, so they get a chance to sort of goof off a little bit, and coaches are always serious. But we need to understand from a program that this moment is not just even for football, it's for our entire athletic program that we have in our community, for them to get behind us and we go out and play the way we're supposed to, because it's not just us, it's the community that we play against. It's their city versus our city. But right now, our guys need to understand that this moment that you have, you're not going to get, Caleb Burns and Luke Vincent and Dontavius Ware back next year. So you need to take advantage of the opportunity that you have right now with those guys.
How has this Aggie team grown so far this season?
They've understood. Like, I think the biggest thing is that schematically they felt like they would never get the scheme offensively, and they really understand it now. Sometimes I make a mistake in formational and play, and players have to correct me. So that's when I know that they've grown and understand the scheme. I see players who are encouraging a little bit more now. We don't have that vocal leader, but there are some guys who are starting to step up and make those calls, and I'm looking for a few more. But I think we've grown, and we've grown as a staff. The chemistry is a little bit better from a standpoint of they understanding what I want. So they do a good job of that, man, and I'm super proud of all of them.
Offensively, where do you see some area, without giving out the game plan, that you feel like you may be able to attack Beauregard?
According how the weather goes, I would like to throw the ball a little bit more, but with Pope in the backfield, it's sort of hard to get away from him. I get a little stuck on him, but I think another guy who can really help us in some areas will be Caleb Burns and Luke Vincent. So that's getting the ball in the air. So I feel like we can. There will be some times where we may grind it out. But I do want to get the ball in the air. I think we have some areas we can exploit a little bit, and hopefully we'll do that, and hopefully I'll make the right call.
Yeah. And these three young men you just mentioned, they're special players.
They are definitely special players, and they're special talent. So and that's my job, to get them the ball, and I still feel like I haven't given Caleb enough touches. So I'm still working on how to do that, and or waiting to do that actually. But definitely those guys are talented, and we need to find a way to make sure they touch the ball majority of the time.
All right. Coach Andrew Zal, the head football coach of the Sylacauga Aggies, they travel down to East Alabama to take on Beauregard Friday night, kick at 7 o'clock, and big region game for the Aggies. And, Coach, let's wreck that homecoming.
That's right, man. We're going to try our best.
All right. More Daybreak right after this.